my opinion, one of the most important things that any photographer or videographer has in their arsenal are silica containers. I have 12 here on the counter, 10 small containers, and 2 large tubs. What these are for? Absorbing moisture out of the air. When they turn like yellowish green like they are now, that means that they're wet. They have to be recharged, which I'll show you in a second. When they're dry, when they're recharged, they're orange. Now I've heard people say if you're using something like Pelican Cases, you don't have to worry about this, right? Pelican Cases can like seal out the moisture. 2 of those are from my Pelican Cases. Can you figure out which ones? No, they pretty much all look the same to me, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, so humidity will still get in your Pelican Cases, believe me. I live on the outer edge of the valley here in California, and people say in California it's just too dry, you don't have to worry about it. BS. Oh, look at me right now, I'm sweating. Okay, it is hot. And yes, even though it's like negative humidity outside, that doesn't mean that in your house that you'll have low humidity. There's a lot of things in your house that will generate humidity. This house is humid, and I had to learn that kind of the hard way. I discovered a little bit of fungus in an old lens. Was able to clean it out. Wasn't anything bad. Caught it early enough. I guess I had gone under the wrong assumption for a long time, kind of based on other people I've watched on YouTube and listened to who said, it's only if you live on like Florida or the Carolinas you have to worry about this. No. Even in California, it can be an issue. These are cheap. They're a lot cheaper than replacing a lens. I have one in every Pelican case, every camera bag. The 2 big cylinders right there are in my cabinet with my vintage lenses now. And I tell you what, I underestimated how much moisture was in the air of this house. So anyways, this is how we recharge them. It's as easy as just setting your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, placing the containers inside on the tray. Now make sure you take the lids off the containers. Usually the containers have this little plastic screen that helps you see the color of the silica. Obviously, you don't want to melt that, so make sure you always take off the lids. Place them in. Directions say up to 3 hours. Realistically, 1 to 2 hours. I don't let my silica get too green, right? Like a yellowish green. Right about then is when I go ahead and I recharge them. And it takes more like an hour and a half. So we'll come back later and check on the silica. All right, there we go. The silica is recharged in just under an hour. Now, not all brands do the orange and green indication. You got to check up on the documentation for the type of silica that you're using. But this particular one that I use, orange means it's recharged, ready to go, and I can keep protecting my gear. So this is really, really important stuff. I recommend this for everyone. I will leave links in the description of the silica that I use. Please feel free to share your comments or the steps that you use to protect your gear in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.